Well, it's winter here in Northern Virginia, as you can see. The snow is on the ground. It's cold out here. But there's something else that goes on that we take so for granted that we sometimes don't think about it too much, and that is that all the leaves are off the deciduous trees, and even the oaks and the beeches that tend to hold on to their leaves will eventually have to lose them. Well, it's probably good sometimes to wonder, why that happens. Well, there are a lot of reasons, scientists think, but primarily because holding on to these leaves during their dormant stage would be burdensome. The leaves would hold snow and take resources that are just too precious this time of year. They would be laden with this burden of these leaves. Well, there's a process by which the trees lose their leaves, and that is, it's called abscission. It's actually a violence associated with it. There's an abscission, a cutting. It comes from the same root as scissors. And I'm guessing that many of you have felt that you've been doing some shedding over the last year, and sometimes it feels quite violent. Some of that shedding that we've enjoyed, not having to commute, not having the same array of responsibilities perhaps, but others of it have been very, very difficult. The loss of close friendships and family time, the loss of, for many, a safe, accessible food supply, water and housing. There's been some violent shedding, some abscission over the last year. These deciduous trees know something about. And as I reflect on this, I look around me and I see that these trees can never be the same after their shedding. And I'm guessing that we won't be the same either. There are branches that are lost during this winter time and scars that perhaps will never heal. And yet, as I reflect on this, I know that spring will come. Yes, it will come. And while the trees will be changed as we will be changed, the trees will never be the same for their shedding, and we won't be the same for ours. There's still an aspect of this forest that will stay very much the same. And that is that these trees will remain rooted. These deep roots and foundations in this soil that have been here for, in this case, over 100 years probably. That rootedness, that groundedness will carry them into the new life that will come in the spring, will carry them into this changed new being about which they know nothing, nor do we. So I'm wondering if our rootedness, our foundation, what Tillich called God, the ground of our being, if we sink into our roots, that which we value, the relationships that we cherish, those will remain the same, regardless of all that we've had to remove, all that we've had to shed over the last year. And this gives me hope, and I hope it gives you some hope as well.